Yeah, man. What's up, man? This is Sports State of Mind. Snipes, I am your host, Snipes KB, live in effect from Nairobi, Kenya, with the one and only Teboo. What's good, bruh?
A lot right now, man. You know, we up 1-0. We're gonna talk about that later, but I'm doing good, man. What's going on, y'all?
All right, man. So since this is episode 101, we got two returning guests. One guest, pretty much me and him go back to all the way to like motherfucking 5th grade, and we're still connecting and always talking sports. He's always talking his shit as well. I'd like to welcome to the podcast once again, Moe. What's good, Moe?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for putting me back on this podcast.
Appreciate you coming on. And another guest, he is also coming back for the second time. It was crazy because the last time he was on the podcast, he told me that both of y'all was cousins. And I was like, oh, it's a small ass world. So I'd like to welcome to the podcast for the second time, Ricky Goings. What's good, man?
What's up, yo?
Nothing, man. Everything is good.
Appreciate you having me back. Having me back on.
No problem. Last time, so Ricky, man, I mean, last time you was on, it seems like you're always making business moves. So it's like, what is it that you're up to now? Because it's just like, it seems like every time I'm looking on your page, you got something new going on. What do you got cooking up on your side?
Right now, man. So I'm now a part owner of the Capital Classic. So we're putting that together for April 29th at the Mystics Arena. So I've been working hard on that, and then I'm also the VP of the Alumni Basketball League, which we'll be doing 6 games. Alumni between Kansas State, Georgia's going to play Clemson, Maryland's play West Virginia, Georgetown's going to play Syracuse. So just building that league up is myself and Kareem Rush, who played for the Lakers back in the day. And on the Capital Classic side, Vernon Davis is one of my partners to play for the Redskins. So, just trying to do some things, that's all.
My man making moves, man. Just keep on doing what you are doing. Moe, before we started the podcast, you have mentioned that you have a podcast going on as well. What do you have going on with yourself as well?
So working at DCTV. So at DCTV, we built in this podcast room. So we have a few podcasts coming up to play in the Nets in this summer and next year. So we're going to be doing sports, and we're going to be welcoming folks who want to be or create their own podcasts.
Hey, big out to both of y'all for definitely doing y'all thing, man. Like that is big. So let's go. Since this is episode 102, let's see if you guys can name at least 3 to 5 athletes that has worn the number 2. Moe, we would like to let you go first. Ricky, then Teboo, then myself. So go ahead.
Okay. First one is my guy, Kyrie. Then my favorite point guard, Derek Fisher, 5 championships.
Yeah.
Then third, I got to go with my man C-Webb. He won number 2 for the Bullets. I think like for 1 year. I think he did it for 1 year. Then he changed it to number 4. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Is that it?
Joe Johnson and Larry Johnson.
All right, I'm gonna need you to stop now. All right, Ricky, go ahead, Ricky. How about you?
Gotta start my man John Wall. Wall number 2 for the city. A throwback is Moses Malone. Number 2, that man Kawhi Leonard wears number 2. My man Quinn Cook wore number 2 at one time. And then Kenyon Martin also wore number 2 at one time.
Okay. All right. Teboo, I definitely know that you got some shit too. So go ahead. Hopefully you're not getting players off my list.
I just cut off like 6 from them, just them 2 right there. First off, let me go. Favorite baseball player, Derek Jeter. Number 2, the captain. Kevin Garnett, my favorite basketball player, he wore number 2 for the Brooklyn Nets when we traded him. Who else I have? LaMelo and Lonzo Ball wore number 2.
Damn,
and I'm gonna let you do your thing, man.
Damn. Yeah, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing I got 15 people on this list. So these are going to be some random people. Now, the first person that was on top of my list is Gary Payton, his rookie year when he played for the Seattle Supersonics. I have Mitch Richmond when he played for the Sacramento Kings and the Washington Wizards. I have DC's very own Jared Jack, who wore number 2 for the New Orleans Hornets and the Golden State Warriors. Eddie Curry wore number 2 with the Chicago Bulls, same as Nate Robinson, playing for the New York Knicks, Golden State Warriors, Chicago Bulls, and New Orleans Pelicans. And my last one, I will have rest in peace, Malik Sealy when he played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, let's jump right into this playoffs, man. We got the number one seed, the number one seed of the entire playoffs, the Milwaukee Bucks, who finished the season 58-24, playing against the 8th seed Miami Heat, who beat my Bulls just the other night at 44-38. The season series between the two this year is 2-2. Who y'all think gonna win this series?
I got the Bucks in 6.
Mm.
And this all depends on if
Now,
Middleton is healthy. But I know, like during the season, Miami always played the Bucks tough, like this from previous years. Even when they got them out the way, I think a few years ago.
The bubble.
Yeah, but I think Giannis gonna have like a hell of a performance like he always do. And Drew Holiday really like the best two-way player as a guard, like on ball defender too. So I think the Bucks will get him a 6.
Okay. Now, when you say 6, do you mean like like a dominant game 6, winning, or do you feel like it's going to be one of those where it's like the series is going to be 2-2 and then the Bucks win the last 2 just to win it?
I feel it's gonna be 2-2 and the Bucks gonna get the last 2.
Okay. How about you, Tebow?
I'm gonna agree with him. Bucks in 6. It's gonna be a close, gritty series though. Like I can see each team taking one at each other home. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Heat in 6. I mean Bucks in 6. Bucks in 6.
Bucks in 6. Okay. How about you, Ricky?
Bucks and 5, man, and this is why, like,
Ooh.
in the playing era, and this kind of goes to like all sports. When you're coming off momentum, you can steal a game or two. I want to say in this series, I can see Miami winning the first one. They just played Friday night, right?
Yeah.
I could see Bucks
Yeah.
hasn't played in a week, right?
Yeah.
So I could see the
Yep.
Bucks getting
Just
one.
about.
I mean, the Miami getting one maybe in game one. Then the Bucks are going to walk away, especially if Middleton's healthy. They know how to win in the playoffs. A lot of continuity. They know to run through their best player. I don't think the Bucks have a hard time with the Heat. I think it's a reason the Heat was in the play-in. They're playing in the first place.
Yeah, I think I may have to agree with Ricky and just say probably 5. I can see the Bucks probably winning like the first 2 at home, and then the Heat winning their game at home, and then the Bucks just finish them off. So it seems like we have a clean sweep for the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Miami Heat. And the first matchup, let's move to the second matchup. This one, Tebow, your team, the Boston Celtics, playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Boston Celtics finished second in the Eastern Conference, 57-23. The Atlanta Hawks was an even split with 41-41 for the season. The season series, the Boston Celtics have beaten the Atlanta Hawks 3-0. When you include the game from last night, the Celtics have beat the Hawks 6 games in a row. So I feel like this series is one of those series that is preparing the Boston Celtics for the next series. One of them series in which that they can possibly sweep them. I don't think it's going to be a sweep, but I think it's going to be at least 5 games. I don't really see the Hawks really like yesterday. Even though the Hawks did kind of like come back, Boston Celtics clearly looked like the better team, and they just looked dominant at all sense of the game to the point that they were up by like 32 inside the third quarter. And then they let go of the gas. The Hawks came back, and then it's like Jaylen Brown just went off, like the whole Celtics team just went off. So for me, for this series, I know Tebow was going to have his Celtics win too, but I got the Boston Celtics winning in 5. What you got, Tebow?
I agree with you. I say at 5 at least. I think we can sweep them, but 5 at the most. I don't see it going past that. Like you say, we beat them 6 times in a row. Eventually, they're gonna get out of that. I don't see us beating them 12 times in a row now, 9 times in a row. So I got us a 5, man.
Okay. How about you,
I
Ricky?
think if Atlanta don't win Game 3, it's gonna be a sweep. You can't lose your first game in the series and get down 30 points, man. There's a psychological effect there. I really got Boston at 4. I mean, Atlanta might not win the game.
All right. How about you, Mo?
I had Boston at 4 too. Like,
Ooh, bring out
and the
the
funny thing
broom.
is, the key piece is not even Tatum and Brown. Like, they're gonna get theirs, but Robert Williams, he just gonna dominate that paint.
There's nobody.
And then like Trae Young, I mean, he just too small for Smart, yo. Like Smart,
Yeah, he is
one of the best on-ball defenders. Like Trae Young gonna have a difficult
had
time.
his ass on clamps. He had his ass on clamps yesterday.
2 for 9. 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So all right. So it seems like everyone got the Atlanta Hawks losing. We got the Boston Celtics moving on to the second round. Right here now, we got the Philadelphia 76ers finished the third in the Eastern Conference, 54-28, playing against the number 6 seed Brooklyn Nets, 45-37. The season series, the 76ers swept the Brooklyn Nets 4-0 and is currently winning in the playoff series 1-0. If you guys talk about sweep, I feel like this is definitely one of them right here. It seems it was complete domination, at least for what I have seen. I do like what the Brooklyn Nets do have. I really wish that Ben Simmons was actually playing in this series, but in a healthy way. But I see a full sweep. What's your thoughts, Mo?
the funny thing is, the Nets is only like a KD away with this lineup. For real. Like, I would love to see KD with Bridges, Cam Johnson, without the Kyrie Irving mess. But yeah, I think it's a sweep.
Yeah.
James Harden came alive, and I think this is going to be like a fun series for him and Harden. I mean, for him and Embiid. So yeah, 4-0.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, Tebow?
4-0. Don't see it. And B, like they were double tipping and B the whole time. They was rotating that double team, rotate everything. That he's still getting his numbers. Like if he's not, Harden just went off yesterday. So clean sweep 4-0.
How about you,
Clean
Ricky?
sweep, but Mo, I don't agree with you. They're not a KD away, bro. We've seen KD is a very efficient scorer, the best part we've ever seen. But that's all he does now. He's not checking the best player. He's not hitting the glass. He's injury prone, and that's my dude. Right, I was with his dad last week. But to say that KD away, they need some more experienced guys that play roles. They need some guys who are going to do the things that you know what KD really needs. Like if you were to say he's a Draymond Green, that's what they don't have. Like scoring is scoring, but when it comes down to that grit, we saw them get swept last year with him and Kyrie. Right. So to me, he needs a little more than just like an efficient scorer. KD gonna do whatever he do on any team in the league, but at this age and this point in his career, he needs somebody who can come in and just be the utility guy, the Swiss Army knife, so he can focus on what he does best. You don't want to ask KD to check the best player right now, just like you don't want to ask LeBron to do that.
No.
That's a 4.
I just like how that team formed, like the pieces that they got for them for Kyrie and KD.
No, I mean they did a good job to stay competent.
I mean,
no, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish.
They did a good job to stay competent in a bad situation, and Brooklyn is a free agent destination, so they won't necessarily be dead for a long time. I just think they're probably a younger star than a KD to kind of come in and just do more than what you want KD to do right now. KD's in a perfect situation right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's too much to ask for him in Brooklyn.
I do agree. We want to see what this team does for the whole season, not like half a season. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think they would be if they had a full season. They look good right now. Mikal Bridges is doing what he's doing, but I think if they had a whole season, they could look better.
Bridges is looking good, but honestly, I think if Ben Simmons could just get his shit together, you talk about having a grid player, like that's what he is when it comes down to on the defensive side, at least, you know, like if he's healthy, if he's playing, if he's not hurt. There was a moment of time where he was in the MVP conversation, which was many years ago. But like, I can understand that Ben Simmons isn't offensively good, but defensively, you know, he could be that guy with him and Bridges, both of them like attacking the wing to the point in which that Ben Simmons can guard anyone from the 1 to the 5, but Ben Simmons just hasn't been a Ben Simmons since it's been so long ago. Like it's crazy, you know.
For Ben
So
Simmons, though, I forgot Ben Simmons even played for the Nets. Honestly, watching that game, I didn't realize that until like third quarter.
We all did.
yeah, man. So all right, so Brooklyn, I got Brooklyn losing in 4. Ricky, you said you got Philly winning in how many games? 4. Okay, so it's a clean sweep for everybody. Okay, everyone said 4. Oh, okay. Now this one right here is to me is the best series in the first round. This matchup last night that the number 4 Cleveland Cavaliers, who finished 4th in the league, fourth in the East this year, and the New York Knicks finished 5th season series. I didn't know the Knicks beat them 3 games to 1 in the season series, and they're currently up right now in the playoff, 1 games to 0, still in game 1. Ricky, what is your thoughts on this series?
I think this series could go 7, and I think I like Cleveland in 7. I like their core a little more. I like what Donovan Mitchell brings. I think this is the thing with like a Donovan Mitchell. I like Brunson. When you got a Donovan Mitchell, you're talking about games are going to come down to 1 possession, 2 possessions. I mean, anything people in that series going to do it like him. And then you talking about Garland. Like, I mean, I think it because they're young, they'll make mistakes. But I think when it comes down to Game 7 and it's time to close, I trust Donovan Mitchell over anybody else in that series.
Okay. What's your thoughts,
For sure. I got the Cavs in 7. Like I said, the Knicks played a good game last night, but I don't see Josh Hart having a game that he had like that again. Like I think the Cavaliers bench didn't have over 20 points until like the 4th quarter, if they even got to 20 points period the whole game. So like I said, I guess this is definitely gonna be the best playoff series of the whole playoffs. But I got the Cavs in 7.
Okay. How about you, Mo?
It's going to 7. And what I saw from the Knicks yesterday, how they had the game but then gave it up, I think the Cavs going to take it from them. Like something about the Knicks, you just can't really trust them right now.
I agree.
Yeah. And I'm probably one of the biggest New York Knicks haters in the world. Shout out to Chef Rail, Caribbean Soul Food, because this motherfucker is just New York everything, and I can hear his ass talking right now. Back when Eli Manning was the guy, he was like, you can't spell elite without spelling Eli. He's one of them New Yorkers, you know? So with his Knicks right now, he's definitely talking his shit, but I have the Cavs winning in 6. Hopefully, in these next a couple of games, the Cavs bigs could be more physical to the point in which that controlling pretty much the paint, the rebound, and all that to the point in which that when the game is slowed down, the Knicks won't, they won't pull it away. So for me, I wish, I hope that the Cavs can win in 6, just based off the fact that I am a New York Knicks hater. And that's pretty
So
much
you got
it,
them
man.
closing it out in the Garden then?
Yeah, man. I think they have to because Spider, he's going to be home and he wanted to go to the Knicks this summer and they didn't trade for him. So if there's any other way to get it back to your home squad is to close it out in 6. So yeah. So let's go ahead and catch this flight. I think this is going to be my hot take. One of my upsets. We're going to go to the Western Conference. We got the number 1 seed, Denver Nuggets, 53-29 versus the Minnesota Timberwolves at 42-40. Season series was tied at 2. I'm going to just say it. I got the Minnesota Timberwolves beating the Denver Nuggets in the first round. I may be talking shit. I may not be talking about some fuck it. I can see them beat them. I can see them really beat the Denver Nuggets in the first round. I may be talking out my ass.
What you sipping on in that cup, man?
I mean, I actually got lemonade mixed with some Henny in this drink to keep it a buck.
Gotta have that.
And what's your thoughts,
I think Denver in 6, man. This is what I think. I think a lot of people just don't like Jokic, and so that goes into how they're viewing this series. If Cat played the way he played the other night all the time, Minnesota wouldn't have been in the play-in. Like, we know what this Minnesota team does. We saw them trick off, 4 games against Memphis? Like, when he tricked off all 4, I think they led in all 4. It's the same team. So, but people just have such a aversion to Jokic that they want Minnesota to beat Denver. I think Minnesota wins a couple games. I like Denver in 6.
Denver in 6. Okay.
I got Denver in 5. I don't see Timberwolves doing that much damage against them at all. Rudy Gobert, I think they blew 10 to 19 double-digit leads this season. You're not gonna win a playoff series like that. Especially against the number 1 team in the league. I don't see it. So I got the Nuggets.
It's going to change, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to change.
You don't like Jokic, do you?
No. I do. It's just that this year was the first year where I had the NBA ticket and I was able to watch a couple of games and yeah, the Nuggets were definitely killing, but I think that there is one of their weaknesses is protecting the paint. And just with Gobert and Cat, I know Gobert isn't that type of person, but if they can control the paint offensively, I feel like that right there could be the effect to beat the Denver Nuggets. That's why, honestly. Denver Nuggets are nice. They are. I may be talking out my ass, but if I'm right, y'all know where y'all heard it first. Go ahead, Mo.
I wanted the Lakers to play the Nuggets at first because I knew the Lakers would have got them out of there in 5. But it's about to be a sweep. Nuggets about to sweep Minnesota.
Ooh, damn.
I don't fully disagree with that though.
I love Ant-Man, but what he did in the play-in, maybe it was the shoulder. I don't know. But I don't think Ant-Man and Cat is enough for Jokic, Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and Aaron Gordon. Then they got a nice bench too.
I mean, they can still win from just momentum, man. Like, you sit for a week and you go try to get up and play. It's not the easiest thing to do. I could see them stealing one, but I'm not fully disagreeing with a sweep. If Denver wins tonight, right?
Yeah,
10:30. It could be a sweep. I'm not discounting that at all.
All right. Okay. All right. So even though I said I have Minnesota winning, I got Minnesota winning in 6 or 7, if it ever comes down to it. 6 or 7, because I feel like the playoff experience last year hopefully could shake some shit up. And yeah, man, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves in this one. So next one, Mo. I know you are rubbing your Birdman hands right now. We got the Memphis Grizzlies, number 2 in the West, playing against the number 7 LA Lakers. I feel like this is also going to be a good one. Lakers have won the season series 2-1. Mo, we're going to start off with you. Can your Lakers pull up an upset right now?
Lakers in 5.
Can they do it?
Lakers in 5.
Ooh.
We're going to steal one in Memphis. Memphis might get game 2. Lakers going to get both games in LA. We're going to end it back in Memphis.
So okay. Another question. So if you are saying the Lakers, your LA Lakers are going to win this in 5, what does that say for the Memphis Grizzlies going into the off season? Like if they lose in the first round and they got all these young, talented athletes that they have actually drafted, do you feel like something needs to happen? Like if they lose to the
No,
Lakers
they
this year
just
in
need to keep
5?
on growing. They just need to keep on growing. Just keep on growing together. They don't need to switch nobody, change nobody out. I just felt like Lakers healthy, and since the trade, like we just been the best team in the West, like second best. I mean, I still got Phoenix number 1, but what AD and LeBron, like what AD and LeBron is like, it's crazy because they both dominant. Like AD's inconsistent sometimes, but if he's really consistent, no team in the West could really beat the Lakers.
So, okay. Does AD have to be healthy in order to beat
Of course.
the Memphis Grizzlies in 5?
Of course.
Okay. Ricky, how about you? What's your thoughts?
Lakers in 5, man. I don't bet against my boy Bron, man. But Memphis Grizzlies. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? What are we really talking about? You can't. I mean, you know, I know this is your first year with the ticket, man. But don't let the regular season fool you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain players and teams know what to do in the playoffs, man. And
okay.
Ja can get back to his gunplay a little earlier. You know
I got the Grizzlies in 7. Memphis in 7, man.
That's a Celtics spot, bro.
Memphis in 7, man. That is though. A little bit. Memphis in 7.
I want Bron to fill that Boston Lakers series in the championship.
I Memphis in 7. It's gonna be a good matchup. It's gonna be a good series. Like he said, AD got to stay healthy. Bron got to stay healthy. That's a big if. Both sides got to stay healthy too, though. So I don't like Steven Adams now, huh?
Memphis is too distracted, man.
They got too much drama for real.
They're too distracted. I've never seen a team with a lot of distractions really get through the playoffs, man. You got to be locked in, and John Moran is not locked in. I can tell you that right now.
Dylan Brooks looking like Ice-T on the sideline with that hair. Like, come on,
man. To me, man, it's not. No, maybe last year we can talk about it, but this year Memphis is just.
See, man, you won't see. I think his joint out.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, even though Moe did say he had the Lakers winning in 5, I actually was gonna have the Lakers winning in 6. Just basically the fact that I do like what the Lakers got going on. I do like D'Lo. I do like what's the dude with the Wiz Khalifa shit still in his head in 2023. The backup point guard. What's his name?
Dennis
Schroeder.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I do like that bench, and hopefully, if it comes down to it, Mo Bamba can get some burn. Not saying that he's going to get like 15 minutes, but something, and they're going to need defensive presence. So, I do like the Lakers in 6 in this one, and moving on to the next one. This next matchup, this was a great game yesterday. I definitely woke up to watch this game. We got the Sacramento Kings, who hasn't been in the playoffs since like 2006, and haven't won a playoff game since 2006, playing against the defending champs, Golden State Warriors. What's your thoughts on that? Like, do you think the Warriors can get dethroned this game?
Is Malik Monk going to average like 25 a game?
No. Fuck no.
Warriors going to end this in 6.
Okay.
They old, man. They gotta get the oil in the joints, man. The younger teams. Minnesota's not bad. I mean, I'm sorry, Sacramento's not bad. They'll win a game or 2, but you're not beating Clay, Draymond, and Steph, man, and Jordan Poole. Like you're not beating that.
Go ahead, Tebow.
This matchup's tough. This matchup's tough for me because I think this might be the second best matchup of the playoffs after that Cavs and Knicks series. Because the Warriors, they're inconsistent on the road, and they're the lower seed, so that's going to be tough to win a playoff series. When you
regular season, man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too. The Kings, they haven't had a playoff. They haven't had a playoff game in 16 years, so they young too. Warriors, they got that. So I'm gonna take the Warriors. I'm gonna take the Warriors in 6. I'm gonna take the Warriors in 6.
Kane should have blew them out last night.
Say that again. Yeah.
Kane should have blew them out last
But
night.
Sabonis didn't really have that big of a game neither, though.
He will.
He had big rebounds, but he didn't really like on the offensive side. He didn't really have that big of a game.
He will. But
Yeah.
I definitely think this series is going to 7. I don't know. Because Mike Brown does know Golden State. He was with them for a couple of years, and he knows the ins and outs and whatnot. But once again, Steph Curry is going to have to get in his bag. Clay as well. Draymond is going to continue to talk his shit. So I think I got the Golden State Warriors winning this in 7. It's definitely not going to be easy, but we'll see. I mean, it's not every game that you're going to see Fox drop. How much he dropped? 38. I know that he's been cooking this season, but we will see on that. Next series, this one should be a good one. Phoenix Suns, revamped Phoenix Suns to the point in which that I'm pretty sure in everyone's bracket they have the Phoenix Suns as one of their favorite teams to win it all this year, playing against the LA Clippers. I wish Paul George was here to be in this series. Season series is 2-2. Phoenix Suns number 4, Clippers number 5. Ricky, what's your thoughts?
Suns, man. Don't nobody trust no damn Clippers.
Straight up.
I've never had faith in the Clippers. And people, and this is why I get into my LeBron bag, because you get these Clippers fans who became Clippers fans because they don't like LeBron. They wanted the Clippers to be better than the Lakers. They haven't sniffed even the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, never.
But every year people have them in the championship conversation. Why? That does not make any sense.
So
none.
So
the one who's closed.
So if Paul George was there, would you have the same mind frame right now?
How many times have Paul George been there? We know what playoff P is. This is insane. That's why I say the Clippers is more narrative. It's the Clippers and the Nets fans with KD and Kyrie who the Nets, and the Paul George, Kawhi in the playoffs. It was hope that somebody could do something LeBron didn't. That's all it was. It's insane. It's really insane. These guys have shown you every year they can't get it done, and every year y'all put them in the conversation. What are we talking about here? Paul George has been horrible in the playoffs.
When the fuck did he get that nickname?
When he was with Indiana, he was tough in the playoffs.
Indiana, no. I'm giving you that. But I'm talking about this whole Clipper dynamic. I remember the broadcaster on the ESPN saying, who's gonna score on the Clippers?
Yeah, no.
They disappoint every year, yet people keep faith in them. I don't understand it. I don't get it. What makes you think the Clippers are ever going to produce in the playoffs? What is the light bulb people waiting to come on?
I know people basically put things on Kawhi, of course, as far as what he did with the Raptors, and that is still lingering as far as people expect that to happen. Paul George, people always assume that Indiana Pacers Paul George is going to come back. Ty Lue, just being the coach of that Cavs team that came back, and
who was on that Cavs team, by the way?
Matthew Dellavedova. Matthew Dellavedova was on that team.
J.R. Smith.
What are we talking about here?
Iman Shumpert.
What are we talking about?
LeBron was on that squad.
That guy was on that team. That's what I'm trying to say.
LeBron James.
This really does. The conversation doesn't make any sense. The conversation doesn't make any sense, man. Faith in the Clippers. The Clippers need to blow it up after this year. Move on. Figure it out. Because the Paul George Kawhi didn't work. Not going to work. Let's get over it. Let's move on.
So
Find
okay.
another team to pick over.
So let me play devil's advocate. I mean, I do know that the Suns are top heavy. Booker, KD, Paul. What's the dude that came from Georgia Tech? Okogie, Aiden. You know, but when it comes down to depth, I feel as far as the bench goes, the Clippers beat them on that part. So do you think that the bench could play a factor to the point in which that the
I think
go ahead.
that's the problem.
In playoffs, bench
Well, I
get
think
short.
that's the problem with the Clippers have had all year is that, and I have a mentee that works in the front office of the Clippers.
Mhm.
We debate this all the time. When you have a deep roster in the NBA as deep as the Clippers are, it hurts you because a guy never know how many minutes he's going to play every night. And in the playoffs, that's tricky. You might go from game one playing 25 minutes to game two not getting in the game, and that affects the psychology of guys. I don't think it's ever good to be too deep. You don't want necessarily be shallow, but you want guys to know what their minutes are going to look like night in and night out. When you don't know if you're going to get in the game, like that's a different type of psychology in the playoffs, man. I got the Suns in 5.
Ooh. Tebow, how about you? How about you, Tebow?
I got the Suns in 6.
That's fair.
I got them 6. I think it's gonna be a good season. Suns are like, I think they said the Suns 8-0 with Kevin Durant right now. Obviously, without Paul George, I don't see them beating the Suns at all. So, I'm out of respect. I'm gonna go 6.
How about you, Mo?
I never liked the Clippers since they want to put their selfies
crazy.
over our championship banners. But I'm not going to be disrespectful. If Paul George was playing, Suns would have won in 5. Suns in 4. This is about to be a sweep.
With Paul George?
And this what I'm saying.
In 5?
Not saying if Paul George was playing, Suns in 5.
Man.
But since he's not playing, Suns in 4. CP3 got something out for the Clippers
confidence in the Clippers come from? Y'all got to help me.
I don't got that much confidence, but I'm gonna say he said 5 with Paul George. With Paul George, I'd say maybe 7, 6, 7. But without,
that's a lot of confidence.
I'm not saying they won the championship.
And playoff P, man. We know what playoff P came from.
Yeah, but you know that if KD gonna be healthy all series though.
Would you want me to tell you something? You want me to tell you why the Clippers though?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, Ruff gonna do some. He gonna do some silly. He gonna do some silly. But I think the thing is, KD don't have to work as hard with Booker on the court and Aiden on the court. He don't gotta work hard. He's not gonna get double teamed. CP3 is gonna make plays. Booker's gonna score the ball. KD can literally be in a position where he just gotta do what he do, show up, make shots. Like I don't like the Clippers against them.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't like Clippers against nobody though, but that's just me.
I got the Suns in 6. I definitely feel like if playoff P was there, it would be different, but he's not. The fact is that he's not.
Not pandemic.
Last time we saw playoff P for real.
Pandemic P.
No, last playoffs when Kawhi went out. When they went, was it last when the? Oh no, that was when the Suns went to the playoffs. So you're right. My bad.
Yeah, nah, they were in the play-in and they got
when he took Miami to
got eliminated,
game
right?
7.
They got eliminated last year in the play-in, right?
Yeah, by the Timberwolves. It was the year before that when the Suns went to the finals. That's when Kawhi went out. That's what I was thinking.
All right.
I'm about to say, playing Pat Bev got them out last year.
He undefeated in the playoffs.
So let's move on to the second round. Let's go back to the East. In my bracket, I had the Milwaukee Bucks winning that series against the Heat. They will be playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers at that matchup. So for me, I got the Bucks winning that in like 5 or 6 between the Bucks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. How about you, Mo? In your bracket, I know you had the Bucks winning that, and then you had the Cavs, right?
I think we all had.
I got the Bucks in a sweep against the Cavs. Giannis too much. Giannis too much.
Ricky, how about you?
I
Go
don't
ahead,
know.
Bucks
finish.
and Cavs?
Like,
No. But in your bracket, I believe you had the Bucks and Cavs. Yeah, the Bucks and Cavs.
Yeah, the Bucks in like 4, 5 maybe. Like Bucks are not. The Bucks are going to the finals, man. If Chris Middleton is healthy,
yeah.
the Bucks are going to the finals.
Okay.
That's happening.
Bucks and 5. I got Bucks and 5 versus the Cavs. Bucks and 6. I'm gonna say 6.
You want to say 6? Okay.
I think Cavs gonna be tired from that long
Yeah,
series
for the
with New
Knicks.
York.
Yeah. I agree. Also, in the East, I believe everyone had the Philadelphia 76ers moving to the second round versus the Boston Celtics. I feel like this is going to be a good one. Mo, what is your thoughts on that?
Damn. Ooh. This is going to be the series which
I
Boston
can see
and
this going
7.
7 too.
Boston is 6. I think the Celtics are an experienced playoff team. People don't realize how experienced they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been going to the playoffs. I mean, since Tatum been there, and they've been in the Eastern Conference Finals pretty much since Tatum been there. So I don't think I just don't trust Harden when it count. I don't know if I fully trust Embiid when it count, but yeah, I like Boston at 5 or 6.
Yeah. I got us in 6.
Tebow?
I think our bench. I got us in 6. I think it's a little too deep for them. Everybody can come off. A lot of people can come off our bench. I'm gonna take us in 6. Like you said, our experience too. Like Tatum and Jaylen Brown been in 4 Eastern Conference Finals and 1 NBA Finals in the first 7 years of the league. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
And they did it 1 year when Kyrie got hurt in his first year.
We had Kyrie.
Yeah, crazy. So I feel like this is going to go into 7. Definitely do feel like the Celtics is going to win this out, but I want to give Philly some credit. Some type of push, some type of drive, because in order for them to keep Harden, it pretty much has to be 7 games because I believe Harden may be gone in the offseason. So hopefully that.
I think Embiid might want to be gone in all season.
There's more pressure on Harden and Embiid.
I don't know, man. Like, I think he's too deep in. The process, and like Philly would be dumb to even like consider to trade Embiid. Like, I would rather
not
let
him.
Harden
Not
go.
Philly. I think he might want to get up out of there. That's what I'm thinking. Him, like he might want to get up out of there.
Hopefully.
But then again, I look at Doc. Like Doc Rivers ain't really.
He's
a good
though?
coach, but I don't see
if
him
you were
making that big adjustment for team
if
to beat
you were
the
to
Celtics.
take that 08 championship with the Celtics, will we really be putting Doc Rivers at this high pedestal right now when it comes down to coaching?
No. He'd be known for giving up 3-1 leads.
Hasn't been fired from every job he's had.
He won Coach of the Year 1 year.
Yeah.
I think he won it with Orlando too, though.
Yeah, I don't think Doc Rivers is. But I think when you talk about coaching, it's 2 different things you got to look at. There's the clipboard and then there's the locker room. I think he was great in the locker room years ago. I don't know if he does well with this generation, but he's never been no guy with the clipboard. And sometimes people don't know the difference. Phil Jackson wasn't a guy with the clipboard, but he was great with personality. So, I think that's how you got to kind of look at that.
Message. All right. Let's move on to the West. In my bracket, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Phoenix Suns. Now, at that point, I'm not a rah person for the Timberwolves. I got the Timberwolves losing in 5 to the Phoenix Suns. So in you guys' bracket, you guys have the Denver Nuggets playing against the Phoenix Suns. What do you got going on, Ricky? What's your thoughts?
Suns in 4. No, No, they're playing Denver,
Yeah.
right? I had them at
Yeah,
Denver.
yeah.
Suns in 6. I think they're taking in 6. I think Suns just got too much for Jokic and them. And I like Jokic, but I like the Suns in that series.
Okay, Mo.
Suns in 5.
Tebow.
Got
KD
Suns.
is going to be
Both
too
KD
much.
too much.
Okay. So now Golden State Warriors 6th seed playing against the 7th seed in Mo's bracket, 7th seed LA Lakers. Who you got?
Ooh, this is tough. Lakers in 7.
He's not even thinking. You didn't even think it over. He's like, it's tough, man. It's tough. Yeah. He said Lakers in 7. Okay. All right. Ricky, I believe you had the Lakers as well, right? You had the Lakers and
I think Lakers in 7 as well. I think LeBron and AD get it done. And I like the Warriors a lot, but I just feel like when AD is at his best and when LeBron's at his best, and you got some shooters around him, I don't know how you beat them.
I had the Warriors versus
Tebow?
the Grizzlies. I'm taking the Warriors. I'm taking the Warriors.
The Grizzlies. Okay,
My
so
bad.
Tebow got the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Mo got the Lakers in the West. Okay, Tebow got the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Mo and Ricky got the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. And honestly, I don't see AD being healthy for the whole playoffs. I feel like he gonna jam his big toe just running the check in. So I'm gonna pick the Golden State Warriors going to the Western. Nah, I don't know.
Trust your gut.
I don't know. Hold on. They're not that Western Conference Finals type of team, though. They're not. I'm sorry. This season,
the regular season. Remember,
this is really hard. All right, I got Golden State Warriors going to Western Conference Finals. So right now, my Western Conference. So Ricky, your Western Conference Final, you have the LA Lakers playing against
Lakers and
LA Lakers and the Suns.
what I say?
AD, LeBron.
I like the Lakers in 6.
Okay. Whoa. Suns, Lakers. Who you got?
I like the Suns. It hurt for me to say that.
Okay, I'm about to say you got to keep it real, bro.
He's not speaking with his heart, man. He right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's when I think that's when the depth matters. I think the Lakers have more depth than the Suns, and I think it shows up in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay. Tebow.
And KD never seen Bron in the playoffs without his boys, so
both of them actually, because LeBron had his boys with the Heat, and KD had his boys with Golden State.
OKC played Miami.
Remember when KD?
What you mean?
KD played. OKC in Miami.
Yeah, but Bron.
Yeah. No. Kyrie and Love. Kyrie and Love was hurt the first year, 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's seen KD in the playoffs.
KD came 2017.
Hold on, 2017.
Yeah, but Kevin Love was there though. Kevin Love.
2018, Kyrie was gone.
Both of them were out. Was 2015.
The
Both of them was out.
Yeah, against KD.
Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving wasn't there after 2018 until 2018. Yeah.
Right, but then in 18, right?
Had anybody?
Wasn't somebody missing in 17? I'm pretty sure somebody was missing in 17.
That was the 4-1. That's when JR messed up the last year with Bron. That was 18 because that's when Kyrie left because he beat us in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
That was 18.
That was our first year with Kyrie.
Okay, so Mo, your NBA Finals for the West, you got the Phoenix Suns in there. In the Eastern Conference, who do you got going to the Bucks? So you got a rematch.
Yeah, I feel Boston won last year because Middleton was hurt. So healthy Middleton, Bucks in 6.
Okay, Tebow. I know you felt that shade, but go ahead.
I got us in 7. I think we can still win in Milwaukee. I think we still win in Milwaukee. Keep home court, get home court advantage. We could do it. Like you said, what's his name? Chris Middleton was hurt last year, but we got a full year with Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench. He's 6th man of the year probably. Like, yeah, I'm taking us in 7.
Okay.
Bucks in 7.
Bucks in 7.
I ain't mad at.
Bucks in 7 versus the Celtics.
The
Okay,
best player in the NBA got a chip on his shoulder. If his running mate is back, he getting the boys out of there.
All right.
So your matchup for the NBA Finals, Ricky, you got LA Lakers
and Bucks.
Lakers and Bucks. Who you got winning that?
It's tough, man. I think I'm gonna go with my man Brown. I'm gonna go with my man Brown.
You talking about the heart, man?
Hey, so listen, because I do know that you have to go, but before you go, if LeBron were to win this championship versus the Bucks, does all the hate on LeBron saying that Jordan is better, XYZ, does that all go out the window?
It's nothing LeBron can do for that to go out the window. Nothing LeBron can do. So that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else he got to do. I mean, you've reduced the conversation of the GOAT down to being 6-0 in the finals.
Yeah.
It's been reduced to that.
I put him up.
So, you know, it's nothing. That's dead. If people that got Jordan got Jordan. People that got Braun got Braun. That ain't changing. Nothing he can do changing anybody's mind because they've already decided what their idea of the GOAT is.
Yeah, that's not debating.
Okay.
I mean, think about how silly the conversation gets to where it's better to lose or not make the playoffs than lose in the finals. I mean, that's the dumbest logic in the history of sports, but people swear by it. So, what else can he do? Just because of LeBron.
I put him up there. He won one more championship. He the GOAT.
Yeah.
He won one more. I call him the GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already up there for me.
Because
like
the funny
Jordan,
thing,
Kobe, and Bron is 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Kobe not in my top 10, but that's another conversation.
Yeah.
He's top 3 for me.
I'm with you, Ricky.
Nope.
I'm with you, Ricky. I'm with you, Ricky. But that is a topic for another day. So, Ricky, do you need to bounce out now so that way we can finish? So that way it's a
man. I'm about to be late to my game. My teammates texting me looking for me, man.
Okay.
I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you coming on, man. All right. So, Mo. So right now for you, man. Okay, you got the Phoenix Suns in the NBA championship versus who? Did you say who they were playing against? Did you say you said the Bucks? Oh yeah, that's right. You said a rematch. Who do you got winning?
Phoenix gonna get him. CP3 gonna get his first ring.
Real? I don't see the Suns going that far, man. I really don't. Okay. All right. But that is your bracket. So, you know, that is how you feel. Tebow, you got your Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals playing against the Phoenix Suns. Yep. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Got us.
Who you got winning that?
Got us to 7. You know, like I said, I think I think we're deeper than them. I think our bench is going to come up to play. Somebody go down. We've had people go out all year. Somebody had to hop in. And we kept on rolling, man. We had everybody hit those spots in the season where they're going to little losing streaks. We hit ours. I got us winning this year. It's our year, man. It's our year.
So last year it was. Would you blame that on coaching, or would you blame that on Jason Tatum just not living up to expectations?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both, because Tatum obviously didn't play how he was playing all playoff. But also, if you watch those games, the way that they were playing Steph Curry, it was pissing me off. I'm yelling at the TV like, if I could see it from up here, they're going under him on every screen. Like, that's the best shooter of all time. You're going under. You know what's going to happen every single time, and y'all just keep doing it. So it's a little bit of both. Definitely a little bit of both. I think our coaches have been good this year too, though. Shout out Joe Mazzulla, first-year head coach. Let's do it back, man. Take 2 first-year head coaches back to the NBA Finals their first year.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, back-to-back years, too. if that happens. So for me, originally, I don't think I ever gave who I got coming out of both East and West. The Lakers versus Suns at this point, I feel like if LeBron is in the Western Conference Finals, I mean, I think he's going to do whatever he can do just to get there. Especially if AD is healthy, better bench, they can spread the Suns out because they don't really have anyone. What they're going, Cameron Payne is going to be the next one in. So at that point, I guess, yeah, I guess I do. I guess I do have your Lakers in the NBA Finals. And I think it's going to be one of those classic NBA finals because I got the LA Lakers in the Boston Celtics which is crazy. I didn't think about this before we did this podcast, but I got the Lakers and Boston Celtics in the NBA finals. I got the Boston Celtics beating the Milwaukee Bucks at least in 6 or 7 games. I feel like that's going to be a tough series. But in this, Lakers, Boston. Fuck it. I'm gonna say
the history
LeBron
would be
James
great
wins.
Come on,
because
bro.
we tied in championships.
Hey, hold on, real quick.
Say,
The Minneapolis Lakers won like 7 of them joints. So LA Lakers can't claim 18 here, they can't claim 17. All odds is in Boston. Minneapolis won like 7 of those. So y'all give y'all 11, I give y'all Kobe all that. Y'all, I'm not.
But the funny thing is,
in the bubble,
minus Bill Russell, they not even a top in championship.
Hey, you're right. But Bill Russell won all those in Boston, though.
Yeah.
That's my debate, man.
So,
because I love the feeling like Magic got 5, Kobe got 5.
Mm-hmm.
Then you look at Bird, he got 3. Paul Pierce got 1.
Yeah.
And everything else is what Bill Russell.
Yeah, but hey,
that motherfucker he got 2 rings in his middle finger. So I got Lakers beating Celtics in 6. I want LeBron. I know it's going to be a tough L for the Celtics if that were to happen, but I think that they would actually be good because I feel like they'll come back next year with more fire. But I got LA Lakers winning the NBA championship this year, which I did not expect that prior to this. Just as we finish, so I got the Lakers winning. Mo, you got the Phoenix Suns, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and Tebow has his Boston Celtics. So we are everywhere with it when it comes down to the championship. All right, man. So that is it, man. Sports State of Mind, episode 102. Mo and Ricky, I'd like to thank y'all for coming on. I am Snipes KB with the one and only Tebow, and we are out.